Go.
And good afternoon, and back to the action. And we've got Stu Smith playing Ignacio. I haven't got Ignacio's surname in front of me.
Inigo, I think.
Inigo, is it? Thank you. And you're listening to the dulcet tones of Tim Russell and Simon Carter. So we've got a bit of a battle going on at 1 here. Stu is blue and black. Inigo is red and yellow. That's a nice position there. Can he just tickle that into the jaws? Yes, he can. Black, I would say, is a jumping distance, wouldn't you, Tim?
For Stu, definitely.
For Stu, yeah. He's a good jumper.
Going for the block.
Gone for block.
Not quite got it.
A little bit short. And he's nailed that clearance on the blow. It was a very good shot.
Yes, he's a very hard hitter, Inigo, and pretty true as well.
Have you played him?
I haven't played him. I've got to play him next. But he was down at Sidmouth at the championship event earlier on this year, and he played pretty well there.
Mm. So he's now controlling the approach down to 2. So it's 1-0 to Inigo. And he's not in front of 2, but he's in a controlling position at the side of it. So Stu comes down fairly wide and deep.
There is a little bit of left to right drift coming down to hoop 2 on this lawn.
No lawns are as perfect as Roehampton.
Well, that might be true.
It probably is. So he's overshot a bit there.
That looks like a nice shot.
It does. That's a very nice shot on black. So I'd say these two are fairly evenly matched, wouldn't you? Both capable of big hitting, bold play, and finesse when you need it.
Yes, I think Inigo certainly needs to win his remaining matches to have a chance of going through. So
right, so a bit more pressure on him.
A bit more pressure on him.
So Stu coming in with blue, and he's got a wire from red, I think, there, but slightly overshot. Inigo clearing black, but not keeping position. So if you were a betting man, where would your money be?
I think my money would be on Stu.
Yep.
Home club.
Yes,
a lot of experience. I think his all-round game is probably better than Inigo's.
Well, that was a terrific in-off.
Yes.
I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say he was playing for it, but what absolutely superb shot from Inigo there. So he moves 2-0 up. Stu's shoulders dropped rather at that. I think he thought he had that hoop under control. That looks a little bit short from where I am.
I think that's okay for getting it in the jaws at least.
Black coming in now.
And that's definitely short.
Yeah.
But maybe protecting the blue. It's a bit difficult to tell from there.
Inigo going over there, he's just checking to see if that blue jaws is or even runs. Still think it looks a bit tight. And Inigo playing with a semi-kink mallet. That's a lovely shot, just promoting and shielding his red ball. So yep, Stu certainly thinks he can do something here. Just clipped the near wire. Is he jumping with this? I think he was trying to.
It was a pretty quick approach and
wasn't
hit,
it?
isn't it?
He probably needed to take just a little bit more care with that. So Stu's poked that yellow to the boundary. So we might see Inigo take on a boundary jump shot here.
I think it's just
Is it-
open.
is it?
Probably. It looks,
Or maybe he can at least dislodge it.
he's dislodged
He's
it.
dislodged it. Not a bad shot,
held a
actually.
nice
He's held
position as well.
bouncing off the wire.
No, I've got his down. Okay.
So Stu coming back in with his blue. Spanish have really come on over the last 5 years, haven't they? Huge depth emerging now, not just a handful of players.
A lot of
A
youngsters
lot of youngsters,
picking up the game.
very stylish players as well. They play a big game, as you might say.
Yes, I think the European Club Championship, which started a couple of years ago, has been very good for all of us who've been going out playing in Spain and having
Yes.
Spaniards coming over to play at our clubs.
Yes, I was over in Seville a couple of weeks ago, and it's taken extremely seriously. On some very good lawns and very nice hosts. So Stu choosing not to take on the hoop here. 2-0 down, probably quite sensible. He's
Yeah,
looking to get
Clear red in
clear
whole
red, get
position.
control position, exactly. That's a
Very
lovely
nice
shot.
shot.
Absolutely perfect. Stopping dead in front of the hoop. That's a fairly okay runnable distance, I would say, for Stu. So red coming back in, trying, I imagine, to put a block in. That looks like it's going to be a little bit short. It is. Ah, has he blocked himself with that one? So when you go, is he
Looks like he's going for.
going for the hoop?
Yes, looks like it.
It's quite an angle, but I suppose. Oh,
Fantastic hoop.
absolutely marvellous shot. Super confident. If it doesn't sound too weird, I dream about those sorts of shots. I probably need to get out more.
Yes, well, some of us have more success at them than others.
And for those perhaps not so familiar with the setup we've got here, these hoops, which are called quadways, are fiendishly tight. They're set to 1/32 of an inch. So the margin of error is extremely small, and you can't really belt at them. You have to go very smoothly and very steadily through the hoop.
Yeah, the belt only really works for long distance. I find,
Yes,
where
yeah.
see the pace is starting to come off the ball
Yeah.
a bit. The ground here at Budleigh is quite a bit firmer than the ground at Roehampton. These hoops have actually just been reset ahead of this match, so they were becoming a little bit loose.
Yeah, with a lot of people clattering about at the hoops during the day, they will get loose.
I think that's just cannoned off the
Off the red, off
off
the
the blue.
So then you come down to margin of error and where you are in the game. And Stu will probably be taking on fewer risks at 3-0 down. Have you tried one of these half kink mullets, Tim?
No,
You
I don't think with my grip I need that sort of mallet.
You sounded very dismissive there.
No, I think if you've got a Solomon grip, I can maybe understand why you
Yes.
like it, but I've got a pencil grip, so it
wouldn't work for you.
Just wouldn't work for me.
No.
That's a
That's
nice
a
hoop.
very nice hoop. He made a pressure shot look very easy there. 3 down and with red and yellow both in front. That was a nice brave shot. So that's 3-1.
Looks like good
That's
position.
something
That's
nice.
good enough.
Hold on. And Stu missed the clearance there. I don't think our live chat is working, apparently, I've been told. I don't think the live chat's working. One of my German croquet friends is just
You have to be subscribed.
Aha, she might not be subscribed. So looking at this, both red and yellow look a bit short, don't they?
I think red is fine. Red is runnable. And yellow is probably runnable too, but I don't know whether yellow is blocking the red. Yes, it looks like
Okay.
it was. So that's an unfortunate result.
Yes.
If red runs the hoop well.
It's about 45 degrees. It's not a given. Yeah, he just forced it through there, didn't he? He looks a little bit disappointed. Didn't go further. That's a very nice.
That looks like a good shot.
It does, doesn't it?
Come back a bit from the line. Because it muffles it.
Ooh. He is brave, isn't he?
And that's classic Inigo. That was,
Is it?
that
Yeah.
was what he was like at Sidmouth. Went for any hoop that he saw.
So see a hoop, go for a hoop.
And you know, that sometimes gives you encouragement as an opposition.
Yes. Yeah.
Just put balls in, put a bit of pressure on.
Yes. Knowing that that's his style.
Yeah.
Hi, it's Patty. I've just had a comment on the live chat about he seems to swap his handle around between shots.
Oh, does he? Right.
I don't know. You might.
Okay,
like to-
we need to examine this. He's swapping his kinky handle around, we're being told. Very nice,
Runs
Stu.
2-4.
2-4. This could be a bit of a comeback we're seeing here. Stu has this lovely, gentle style, doesn't he, with the hoops?
So there we go. Position shots. He has it. The kink facing away from him.
Yes, okay, we need to watch this. Some kinky behaviour. You should get it all in the commentary box, don't you? So is he going to try and just nudge up his yellow there? I think he was trying to.
He
He
just
clipped it, didn't he? Just
flicked
glanced it,
flicked
yes.
it a little bit.
It might be enough to make Stu clear the yellow for safety's sake. He missed that one. I mean, all yellow, I think, really has to do is settle in the jaws here. I don't think there's a...
He's
I
not going
don't-
to run that.
I
Yeah,
don't think so. And I think any jump with blue looks like it might be hampered with red, so he can afford to just drop it in.
Certainly, I tried in the last match on this lawn to jaws 2 from the other side, and
Yeah, there we go.
it was rather more difficult. There's a bit of left to right. That's a nice shot.
It's a very nice shot. So Stu is going for it because that's really his only choice.
Slightly
But it's
hampered
slightly
with his
hampered
feet
and-
position.
and considerable angle.
But the distance is
It's doable.
okay for Stu.
I'm just wondering
he's
if he-
powerful.
Yes, I think he's worrying about his left foot on the red
Yes.
ball there. Oh, it was very unlucky. That was a brave try.
So black can clear yellow, so he might just
Okay.
decide to promote yellow
Yes,
through the hoop.
that's the safety,
with red.
isn't it? Yeah. So he's got kink away from him with this shot.
Well, that's the same as with his position shot.
Yeah.
So
I think somebody was seeing kink when it wasn't there. So 5-2. Stu's got some work cut out to make a comeback here against this young player. shooting for the hoop there. As you say, Tim, very much his style from anywhere. Stu coming back in with a nice shot with blue. A little bit short, but he can nudge that into position with black.
Indeed, and that's a fairly short position and relatively easy shot to play. Should be able to get it wide on the yellow.
On the yellow. I'm not sure.
And again, you know, tactically, certainly had he made the hoop, then Stu had a long approach down to hoop 9. But
Yes.
It's making him long odds, I think, for making this hoop.
I agree. So Stu just checking to see where he needs to nudge the blue to get the wire. That looks good.
A little difficult to tell from this camera angle, but
Inigo's certainly going for it, or going for
it
something.
looks like he's got a little bit of it.
Oh,
And
he
in
certainly
fact,
did.
he had
Yes.
more than a little bit
Yes.
of
The sheer power of the young cohort is so
it. I know,
impressive.
as far as
isn't
oldies,
I know.
it's quite tough to cope with,
it?
isn't
It's
it?
very tough to cope with. They don't play nicely. So Stu coming back in from right down the court. He was taking on the hoop, I think, there. wasn't
No, I think he was going for red,
Okay.
but he was a good 2 feet
he?
wide.
Right.
Maybe it was a double.
So in he goes. A fairly easy shot out of it. So there's a slight angle to it, but it looks pretty straightforward. Yep. So 6-2 to the Spaniard. It's not as if Stu has played badly. It's just that Inigo's played extremely well.
That's
That's a good shot.
pretty much an A1 shot.
Absolutely perfect. Very nice. In comes yellow. And that's overshot. I think he was going for the block though, suggesting he was leaving the clearance for his second ball. Stu's come in with a nice blue there. He's not blocked it though.
Yes, I think that was worth going for the block, wasn't it?
It was
You
worth
could have
going for
tried
the
going
block.
for a block
I
end
think so,
position.
yes.
So hoop running
So
position.
reasonably close to black, but however, he missed uncharacteristically.
Again, very quick approach and hit.
Isn't
no,
it?
No,
Very-
hanging, no hanging around.
No hanging around. It's very instinctive, isn't it? Okay, this is an important hoop for Stu. He's looking to get some travel down the lawn with this. And I think he's blobbed it. He has. So he leaves yellow to tonk it away. Or he might even just wait for,
No, I think
wait
yellow,
for red.
yellow take position and
Clear,
Try and
blocking
block
the hoop,
blue.
yes. Stu's going for a jump. A little better camera angle on this, that's great. This is a big brave shot again.
well, I think he's in the last chance saloon,
Yes.
isn't he? And unfortunately knocks his black away.
You can sense his frustration. So this is how Mallet will travel here, I suspect. Yes.
And there it goes, straight near corner 2.
Yeah. He makes a quite difficult shot like that look so easy, to get it to the furthest possible distance.
Stu got the long walk down to corner
Yeah.
2, and
He's getting,
this
his,
is
he's getting his
last,
steps in.
last chance
Last chance.
in this game.
Here he goes. Stay in this first game. In it comes.
Well, that looked
Close,
pretty,
very
looked pretty
close. He got
close.
between
Yeah.
the hoop and the ball, though, didn't he? It was very close.
And this is a fairly trivial hoop, so first game to Inigo.
Yes, very decisively. 7-2. How are you finding the pace on the lawns, Tim?
Well, the lawns at Budleigh are slightly mixed, actually. They have a beautiful lawn 11 down in the corner, which was the old Bowles lawn, and that tends to be quite a bit slower than the other lawns. Slightly softer underfoot.
Mm.
But the lawns are reasonably
Yes,
quick.
yeah. I find them a bit variable within a lawn,
They can be, some of them.
where you just get patches that are a little bit drier and a little bit faster. So, it's due to kick off with blue in game 2.
Straight into it, no rest.
Yep.
It was a pretty quick game, so maybe no need for a rest.
No.
And that's certainly runnable. A little
Yeah,
bit of angle, not much.
Inigo bringing in his red in what looks
He's-
like it could be a blocker.
That's got inside,
That's
yes.
a very nice
That's
shot.
a good shot.
So Stu needs to get in really effectively with the black. That looks a bit short. I guess really I would have thought to try and get behind those two balls rather
You really want
than
to
in
be
the
in
mix, because your margin of error is so small
Yes.
there, isn't it?
I think realistically with red where it is, blue is probably going to try a stop shot clearance on red.
I would have thought so. Again,
And so it would be helpful if black was in the clearing position across to the east side of the lawn.
Yes. Yes, quite. And Inigo's clipped it. He's clipped the blue to the boundary here. It leaves Stu with the clearance. Or if he's feeling particularly brave, he might go for the hoop.
I think he'll go for the clearance, but it's still a pressure shot
It's
early
very
on when
much a
you're,
pressure shot, yes.
when you're down 1-0.
Yeah, against such a strong opponent. And he's done that
He's got
nicely
it.
controlled.
Nice shot.
The only hazard is he can get a wire now from blue, with blue behind the hoop. So he might want to come deep and get the wire. Are we starting to see really all the players now? We're using these sort of Coles and Terminator mallets, aren't we, with these aluminium billet heads?
That's
You don't see many old school wooden mallets anymore.
Remind me what your mallet is, son.
It looks like it's made out of Bakelite, it's so old. It's one of the first iterations of Alan Pidcock's carbon fibre mallets.
Okay.
He's just through. He
Just
didn't.
managed.
Yes, he didn't actually want to do that, and that's why he's looking a bit disappointed. He wanted to get that in the jaws and then be able to control the approach down to 2. But it's not the end of the world. He can get his mallet.
I think he can get his mallet on that, so
Yeah.
it's not too
it's
bad.
not the end of the world.
That's gone
That's gone
just
too
too
far.
far.
That, however, is a very nice shot, but it will get cleared by yellow.
I'm not entirely sure. Do you always clear those? I often find going in tight and getting
Yeah,
the block.
putting a little block in.
It
Forcing
does
the
depend
jump.
how close the black ball gets, but I think it's... Let's have a look, and it comes down.
It's making good progress.
You've always gone between, yes, there is a bit of left to right
Yes,
drift
drift,
on this
yeah.
lawn, and that's gone between the two balls. But it is in a hoop running position.
Yes.
Not an easy hoop, but it is hoop runnable.
So I think Stu is taking on the clearance.
This is Inigo.
Excuse me, this is Inigo.
And back he goes to the
Back
south boundary.
Yes. And again, another very powerful clearance to almost the most extreme point away from the ball. That's so here he goes for a big clearance on red.
Oh,
Whoa!
I don't know whether that was a double, but
It's hard to say whether he was going for the hoop or going for the red. I
Yes.
think he
it hit the left wire.
Inigo definitely going for the hoop here.
And
And he's made it. Goodness. Remind me to buy a kinky mallet.
do you sell that sort of stuff in your shops?
I don't know what you're talking about, Tim.
You've got a good line in kink.
Well, I know you've got the kink loyalty card, so. No, mine's a decent, honest, truthful business.
Good.
So that looks like a good approach shot then now. Very tidy indeed with black.
That looks like a nice shot, maybe just short.
Yes.
Again, a bit difficult to tell from this camera angle, but I think
Gone
black.
past it with the
I think
with the blue.
black has a shot at.
I think it
the
does
hoop,
too.
So,
Yes, I think it can just
so-
get past.
So red will be attempting to clear this. But
Ah,
misses.
he didn't. Okay, so here's a chance now. I can't quite make
We're a
this
little
out.
bit slow on the scoreboard. It is
It is,
actually
it's-
1-1 at the
It's
moment.
1-1, yep. This is a good chance for Stu to barrel this down the lawn and get some control over the next hoop. Yes, that's a lovely shot. You should be pleased with that. So it's 2-1 to Stu.
Yes, he'd have been even more pleased if he'd got the other edge to have ended up on the left side of hoop 4. But,
Yes,
but he's in a nice clearing position.
exactly. Yeah, it's a controlling position.
Stop, blue, stop. No. Well, blue again is in
Yeah.
a clearing position, but
And in comes red. Looks like that's going to be a good shot. He didn't quite get the block there.
it looks like Stu going
He's
for the
taken on
hoop.
the hoop.
Yes, he's going for the hoop.
That's okay. Challenging angle, I would have said.
And that's the trouble at that speed. These hoops, they don't hold the ball.
No, they don't.
It's very difficult getting in the jaws
Isn't it?
with that sort of shot.
Extremely difficult.
And
It
then that's-
flicks them out.
And it's just leaving a clear hoop shot for yellow.
Would you have cleared?
I think I would have
Yeah.
cleared there.
I think it looked,
Um,
well, for me it looked too tight.
You know, blue's in a good position to clear, although with Inigo's power, of course, blue might have been on the north boundary.
So making it look very easy. And that's 2-2. Stu comes across now to hoop 5. Looks a tad short.
Similar sort of angle to the one he's just had
Yes.
at hoop 4 with black.
And Inigo's put in a much stronger shot there that will definitely influence Stu's shot choice.
Come on, black, come on. Oh, that's too short.
Inigo trying now to clear the blue.
fantastic
he
shot.
certainly did. What
Centre
a
ball.
superb shot. Centre balled it.
And his
And,
yellow
yep.
yellow roll down,
Clip the peg.
pretty
which
much in
slowed
a
it,
hoop rolling
yeah.
position in front of
Yeah.
6. Not quite in front, but certainly runnable for him.
I'm starting to feel a bit sorry for Stu.
Well, he's my next opponent, so you can feel sorry for me too.
Oh my goodness. It's sort of shock and awe, really, isn't it?
Well,
It's a quick game. You're going to be sacked soon, aren't you?
yeah.
And Louise Smith's played him, Indigo,
Yeah.
and he does reverse.
He does
Inigo.
reverse.
Inigo.
Inigo. Sorry, you got it wrong. So we're all going to do
No, I call him Inigo.
Indigo.
Indigo.
I called him Indigo.
Oh,
You
gosh.
called him Ignacio.
Well, he's hitting
A
it
lovely
out of the-
Spanish
out of the
name, but
park,
not the
isn't
right
it?
one.
Yeah.
It's a great game, isn't it?
Just it's lovely to watch. But again, with these big hitting younger players, it's where is your defence? Unless you can counter with clearance shots that are just as effective, there's no defence. So runs that very nice controlled approach down to that hoop through there. That's not always easy to do, is it, particularly on these quads, to get that level of control.
Indeed, indeed.
So that's 3-2 to Inigo. Stu now, I think, trying to clear the yellow.
I think he might be going for the hoop.
Do you? Okay. And he did, and he got
and
it.
he's made it.
Absolutely superb
Yes,
shot.
I think he was feeling it was time for desperate measures.
Yeah, and it worked.
2 balls in front.
Yes, yeah.
Um,
And then 2 certainties, I think, in front as well. So 3-all. Hopefully that will give Stuart a bit of a boost. A shot
think
like
it
that can
will.
often
He's-
lift your confidence, can't
Indeed,
it?
yes.
That's a nice shot by Stu. Deep, but very much in control.
Yes, I think yellow can cut that if it wants to, but it may well.
He's come in with a very good red there. Stu might be trying to put a block in to protect his blue from the yellow. Or is
I
he
think
going
he'll
for a
be
clearance?
clearing red, I think.
Yep. Oh, and he got
And
them
he's
both.
got a double.
That's the clever shot. Difficult shot to play. He played it very well.
Yes, that's a nice shot.
That's a good shot. So Inigo has deliberately cut that shot to put himself on the boundary, but given it enough force, even with the cut, to send Stu to the other side of the lawn.
Back he comes to a useful position.
Yep. Inigo not concerned by that. He knows he can clear it with his yellow, so he's just coming in for position.
And the question is, can black see red? And the answer was no. But Stu's played
has
it.
he tickled the blue in?
He's
No,
played.
He's
Well,
left the hoop open, I
the
fear.
hoop is open. No, well
No,
wide that
unusually,
time.
that was very wide, wasn't it? It didn't even clip the wire.
So well wide was a bit harsh, wasn't it?
It was.
It was a ball wide.
Yes, okay.
It was a ball wide.
That was being a bit harsh.
No, I think it was me being harsh. So Stu to
Stu to
take a
the lead.
4-3 lead with red in an awkward position. Nice.
No,
hoop.
very, very good shot. That shot is harder than it looks, isn't it? With the red at your feet there, it's tricky. You get hampered.
Yes, the snuggle behind is often a very powerful shot,
Isn't
isn't
it?
it?
Yes.
Or even a long side.
Just to disrupt your natural stance, particularly for things like jump shots.
he's going
Here
for
we
the
go,
snuggle.
as if he heard us. Are you a fan of a snuggle, Tim?
Oh, I like snuggles.
Yeah,
But
but coming back to
there-
croquet for a second.
There are certain lawns where they're a lot easier than others.
It can go disastrously wrong, can't it?
Indeed it can. Obviously, quicker lawns which aren't completely true, they become very tricky
Yeah.
shots.
Yeah.
Balls are obviously touching.
So Stu's going for a roll shot.
His new AC skills.
Doesn't look bad at all, actually. He's got his black down there. It's overrun a little bit, but it's that's not a bad shot from what appeared to be an impossible position. The yellow coming in. The black's got that under control.
Yeah, it's a good position here for blue, and
Yeah.
he'll be strong favourite for this hoop. He's gone too far, has he? Oh no, just hold up.
Just
Very nice.
perfect, actually.
Perfect.
I think Red's going to have to take that on, isn't it? He is taking it on.
He'll take it on. It may be
On
a
the
double.
basis that
maybe
yeah,
a double
double.
from where he is.
If he misses the blue, he might get the hoop.
He made the
He
hoop.
made the hoop.
It was a stunning shot.
Absolutely. I'm running out of superlatives.
Afraid of.
I'd like to see a match between, and maybe we will over the next couple of days, but I'd like to see a match between Inigo and Sam Cuthbert. They're both such big hitters, aren't they? Big
Yes.
hoop runners.
Yes. Well, Stu feeling a bit black and blue,
Yes.
which might be appropriate.
Yeah. Yes, it is a very bruising experience when someone runs such a brilliant hoop. Especially when you think you've probably got it.
Yes.
So 4-all. Stu a little unlucky there. Well, superb shot by Inigo to level the game.
No. Does he like the look of the
Yes.
black? No.
Tricky, isn't it?
He's got to try and play the similar sort of cut
Yes,
shot that
that's big
Inigo's
and
just
get
played.
himself to the boundary, which he has done.
That's a pretty
That's
nice
good.
shot.
That's nicely judged.
Red isn't really in a hoop running position either, so
Now, do you think he's taken that deliberately that far wide, so he
I
nudges
think-
it up next shot?
I think it gives him optionality, doesn't it?
Is it a word?
He's going to, I think, so long as he can see the blue, he'll clear the blue, but maybe he is, no, looking at that, he's
No,
going to
he's gonna do
cut
that.
the yellow.
Nudge promote, isn't he?
He's got to get this just right. That's pretty
Looks very
good.
good, doesn't it? Yes. I
Stu's,
think it's blocking the hoop for Stu. It's a risk of peeling.
yes. And also if he hits it on the left hand side, risk of cannoning into the blue.
Exactly.
And that's happened.
Yep. Curse the commentator.
Foresight of the commentator.
Of course, Tim, of course. So is he going to try the same trick again?
No, just
No.
take deep position.
It was a
Well,
very
that's-
it was an effective shot, wasn't it? And I think he was definitely playing for it. So Stu not taking any chances there, and pre-clearing there.
Unfortunately, I think here if red can get a nice tight position wide on black, in fact tight, I suppose you want to be about
It's not gonna
maybe a
give,
foot.
It's not
maybe
going to give a running position, though, is it? If it's that tight. You're talking about just getting
Yeah.
a cross wire.
He'll go for this one. No, he's putting a ball in, relying on clearing from the corner. Oh, he's gone.
So I think Inigo fancies the hoop.
think
just
yes, I think he
clattered out
probably
there.
thought that was a free shot
Yes.
on the grounds that Stu's clearance here
It's tricky.
is very tricky because
Risk of it.
almost certainly
stepping
get a
against the
cannon
black.
into the black.
Well, he actually didn't even cannon, he just contacted it. He was very unlucky. Difficult clearances, aren't they, in the corner? The ground tends to be a little bit uneven, a little bit of a slope. He's gone for a block. He can play these finesse shots as well, can't he? It's not just about big hitting. So he managed to go through the balls and the hoop. So in you go to go 5-4 here. Hoop 9 is often a crucial shot, isn't it?
Critical hoop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's done it.
You always want a nice run down to 10, control
Has he
of
got,
10.
Oh.
Now that looks like it's probably
On
on
the
the
wire.
wire, but
So he could
But
set
he's
up a jump,
this has got to be a very good approach from
hasn't it? It would be perfect.
Stu.
And then there's a chance for a jump.
Keep going,
Keep going,
keep going. That looks pretty
That's good
good.
to me.
That looks very
That's
good.
lovely.
Wonderful shot.
There's no way yellow's getting to that. Very nicely judged. So Inigo's got options.
Not many really. I think you've either you go for blue.
I go for blue.
Yeah.
I think on the basis, even for him, it's a long ask.
And you never know. It's difficult to see whether he can see the yellow, but if he hit the yellow,
Yes, I was
It wouldn't
wondering
be a- it wouldn't
he
be a
might be able to
disaster.
bounce it into a better position. That would have been the other option. So Stu perhaps coming down to check on how wired that yellow actually is. Yep, he's satisfied, I think. So Stu might be coming in for a backup jump with the black. Well, no, he's going to. Looks like he's going halfway, on the basis that this will either work or it won't. Or is he? No, he actually is coming in for a backup jump.
that's quite a long jump.
Yes.
Certainly beyond my comfort level.
So Inigo calling for a referee. Does he think this runs them?
It may be that he's looking to see whether he could get this up, snuggling close to the blue ball.
I mean, from our camera viewpoint, I think that looks unlikely without a bevel.
Here comes Francis.
So for those a bit more new to the sport, shots like these run a risk of the bevel of the mallet, that's the edge bit, hitting
Yes.
the ball, and that's a fault. So Francis seems satisfied that that was a clean shot, but I think he's now got it in the jaws, hasn't he?
He has got it in the jaws, and Stu is going to jump.
This is an absolutely critical shot.
Oh dear.
That's bad luck. It just hit the
Yes.
crosswire, dropped down, and
Just
pushed his
touched the
opponent through. He'll be feeling very robbed, I think.
So Inigo takes a 5-4 lead.
6-4.
Sorry, 6-4 lead.
Yeah.
Sorry, and
first
Yeah.
approach.
yellow though isn't in a good position, so I think black needs to clear the red ball here,
Yes, he certainly does.
and then
This is to save the match, I think. He's got it.
good shot.
Kept relatively good position as well.
So
I'll be pleased with that. So Stu bringing his blue ball in now. That looks like he's gone a bit far. That's a shame when these shots are so critical.
well, that's jawsable, isn't it?
It's jawsable, and now he does what he wants.
But unfortunately blocking black. Oh, and it's
He's hit his own ball
a
away.
rare miss. So Stu now in full control of hoop 11.
Yep. We might be looking at an epic comeback.
I think he'll want to make sure that he's got a good run down to 12 before he tries
I
this.
agree.
So
To really control this hoop.
try and block
Yes.
yellow from blue. Which
That's good.
I think he's done.
So does this blue jaws?
I think it does.
Just, I think. Yes, that's very, very well judged. That's a much harder shot than it looks, isn't it? To just get that so it stops there rather than slides out the side of it.
Again, very quick
Yes.
attempt at clearing Inigo.
So is Stu going to go for the promote, or is he going to go in for and clear the yellow?
He's going halfway by the looks of it. Oh.
Has he got himself behind the...
Oh,
no,
that's
it's just okay. So Inigo's having a go at this. Well,
so that
Is
is
it
through
got
the
it through?
it's through the hoop.
it's through the hoop.
Slightly more awkward, but only very
Isn't it?
slightly.
Yes.
He's got a nice line down. I think has he overhit that?
It did look a bit energetic.
That's
That would be a...
a disappointing
That's a
shot,
disappointing
really,
shot,
isn't
to be
it?
honest,
Because you really
Yes.
should be short of the hoop there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he'll be cursing under his breath with that one.
That's a nice shot with
That's
black.
perfect. Like that.
And now actually,
Well, there's an opportunity, isn't
it's
there?
a great
Yes.
opportunity here.
Yeah.
Let's see what Inigo can do with the yellow.
So he's missed everything. Now here's a chance for Stu with the blue to hit red on the right hand side to clear it, but sending himself down to the boundary.
It's not a perfect angle for the shot
And he's got to be-
because he's got to get red some distance.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Exactly.
he can't be too greedy here.
Exactly. I'll certainly be thinking to try it.
I actually
Nice.
got it the wrong way
wrong
round. But well, the blue has gone into a position where it can see balls that get placed in front of hoop 13.
And that's quite a shot by a good shot by Inigo there, because what he's basically saying is, don't think about just jaws in this, because I'll get you with the red.
I think with yellow on the south boundary, Stu's going to always take that hoop.
I think so too.
And with blue down in the northern half of the lawn.
So we're at 6
So
all.
6 all. Going to go first into the golden hoop, up from a long distance on the south boundary. Has he got the pace?
Looking.
It's just short, I think.
It's gone in the jaws.
Is that in the jaws?
It's in the jaws. Maybe can we get the camera
It's a bit
angle to have a
difficult
look?
seeing, isn't it?
Yeah.
We also have someone in the way.
Now is he going to try and promote his ball out of the jaws? Oh! He did promote it out of the jaws, but he's put the
Left the red in the jaws.
This is going to make for a very interesting hoop 13. It wasn't a great approach by blue there, was it?
It's not in
Comes to
jumping
side.
position.
No.
And he's just made that safe.
So what do you do here?
Well,
Is he trying
it
to-
looks like he's just going for this hard. And in my experience,
He missed it.
that was so quick, wasn't it?
I think I might have just taken the hoop face on.
Or just taken a deep, I suppose, a boundary position.
Yeah. Okay, so red is live now. So
So
big shot again for Stu to put yellow out of harm's way, leaving himself with an angle jump shot with the blue.
again,
Oh, he's not looking happy with that.
not the right connection. He wanted it the other way round.
Didn't he? Yep.
Let's clip the left side rather than the right side of the ball, and leaving a
A relatively straightforward clearance for a very talented Inigo. And he's nailed it.
so long as
Well,
Stu nails this one.
Blue has got enough angle and
It'd be nice
exposure
if he
out
could
of
hit
it,
the hoop after hitting
wouldn't
the ball
it?
to
Yeah, to stop dead.
stay in position.
I think he doesn't need to hit this full force, he just needs to get it out.
Well done,
He has,
Stu.
good shot. Saved the match there. That was the right shot.
That's a nice shot.
That's a
from
very
Inigo.
nice shot. Subtle.
And that's going to leave him in a fairly strong clearing
Isn't it?
position, isn't
Yes.
it? If he gets a good yellow in.
Getting a bit of clip off those full ball stop shots is quite an art. So Stu coming back in. Oh, beautiful shot.
Fantastic positional shot.
That's as good as it gets.
But it does look from that angle as though red is...
Are we in off country?
It doesn't need to be.
Yeah, he's played before.
There's no hanging around. He hasn't played for too long. I think he took the game up 2 years ago.
I hate him already.
The joys of youth.
I know. So Stu's a bit unsure what to do here. Red and yellow have got two balls in.
He's got to put a ball in here.
He's got to put some kind of blocker in, hasn't he?
Keep going,
Does he
keep going.
going. That looks good.
That's pretty good. I think red can
Can you
just...
see it?
We get a different count. Yes, I think
Yes.
red can just see the hoop.
Okay.
And knowing him, he's going for it. No.
No. So maybe
I think he-
it was slightly blocked.
I think he was going for the hoop.
I think
but
he
he's-
was too.
But he's got the clearance. And he's still got the yellow ball on the boundary, which...
In comes black. Very nice shot by Stu. Looks tasty from here. Might also be blocking yellow if Inigo had designs on the hoop.
We've lost sight of the red ball.
So here we are, he's going for the hoop and he didn't get it. Again, bounced off a right hand wire as he was looking at it. Stu coming in hoping for a wire from that yellow.
Yes, he's going to be hoping that he's running black.
Stu now in a very dominant position
Well,
on
it
this.
looks like red has no shot at black.
Yep.
So coming through the back of the hoop is probably the only option.
Wouldn't put it past him, of course. And there we are. Here he goes. Ooh. So shots like this, which look easy, when it comes to 13 and staying in a match, they become weirdly hard.
A little bit more pressure.
A little bit more
I
pressure.
expect Stu to make this.
Yeah, I would too.
Good. So 1 game all.
1 game all, setting up a final. We like a best of 3,
Yes.
offering value for money.
Well done, Stu.
Well done.
Enjoying that, gentlemen?
Yes, it's a very good match.
Sound okay?
Don't know. I've listened.
Oh.
I'm just watching the game. Well done. Great. We had a very close second game, which Stuart won on the 13th hoop
holding his nerve and with considerable style.
Just missed the red there with black. It's good enough to. The red is good enough to take 2 shots at that.
Yes. Yes, that's definitely a 2-shotter, isn't it? When it's sat very cosily like that. So Stu now taking a shot with his blue at the red sat in front of the hoop. He got the wrong ball, unfortunately, leaving red to take hoop 1. Run very clean, right the way down the lawn.
But down to the north boundary.
Yes, so hopefully Stu looking to get a wire here, hidden from his opponent's ball. It's coming in nicely.
That looks very
That
close.
looks very good. That's a very well judged shot. So is Inigo going to take this on? It looks like he is. He's taking this on with his yellow on the basis he can't see it with his red.
Bisected the ball and the hoop.
Yes. Stu just double checking that his black is safe. And he's very confident with that, so he's gone halfway to hoop 3. So what's Inigo's defence here, I suppose, is to come in through the back of the hoop.
Yes, is that blue on side? It
He's
looks
got
pretty.
Gone on a bit, maybe.
It looks pretty close, doesn't it?
So Inigo's chosen to do a hamper, as we were talking about earlier, just to make.
Because I'm not
perhaps
quite sure he's got
Stu's
that.
I don't think
It's not
close
hampered,
enough.
but
I think that's what he was trying for.
he's putting a bit of pressure on Stu making this hoop.
Just
And
snuck
he's
through.
just
He's done
got
it.
through.
That's 1-all.
I have to say that blue ball does look offside to me, but
No one's picked up on
he's
it.
not picked up on it.
So Stu using that closer blue.
Oh, sorry,
to go
of course, I
close.
came for hoop 3. What am I talking about?
That once fine mind.
It was the position he put the blue ball. I was thinking, why there?
So we've got yellow on the boundary, red runnable, a bit of an angle, but runnable for Inigo, I think. And Stu choosing to put a ball in position.
Well, that's pretty good.
That's good, isn't it? Yes. You'd have to think twice about taking the hoop on with red.
I don't think he'll think twice.
He just completely removed it there with his yellow. Stu's missed that. He was going for a more controlled clearance. He didn't give it maximum force, but he's missed that, allowing Inigo the option of jawsing or running. And he's chosen to jaws it.
And jawsed it well.
Jaws it extremely well. Again, one of those shots that's harder to do than it looks. I think blue has got a return shot triangling out the back. There's a very long way away. So Stu trying with the black first. There's a bit of pull on the lawn there, wasn't there? It looked straighter on the first half of its approach and swerved off a little bit.
Yellow coming back. You gamble on the halfway position here. So I can't actually see whether. Yes, no, blue is over by hoop 2, so he's just come to a halfway position.
So this is all about control. It looks very good.
He's a little bit shorter than he'd like, but he is at least on the left side of the hoop.
Exactly.
Stu coming in from corner 3. That's a nice shot. Got well inside the red ball, but obviously red is all over that.
It will be dismissed, I fear. So he comes in with a very nice yellow. I think Stu's got to take on that yellow if he can with his.
Well, I think he's taking on red. Which one is it?
He won't get red very far though, will he?
He can't get red too far. But I suppose his thinking is that at least black will have a shot on the way back.
Yes, I suppose so, but there's always that risk, isn't there, that the red is a very controlled clearance and ends up effectively in front of 5. Let's see. Yeah, he split that a bit.
I think control is maybe not Inigo's forte.
Just forte is his forte.
Hit quickly,
yes,
and hard.
Bravura and forte.
And walk to the next ball. I can see now why his games have all been very quick.
Yes.
I was playing red yesterday morning in a 3.5-hour marathon, and I think we had Inigo watching us for about 2.5 hours, as red was his next opponent.
So Stu missing the clearance on the yellow, leaving Inigo to go 3-1 here. Runs up obviously very easily. That's a nice approach by Stu. That's a lovely blue. Inigo coming in with the red. That's a great shot. Has it gone a little bit wide?
It's blue is
Just
still
rolled
open
on,
the
but it's
hoop,
still open to the hoop. Yep.
But importantly for him,
So Stu really needs to
he wants to get
get
the
a
block
blocker
here.
with the black.
Don't think he's got
I
it.
don't think he has either. I
Again,
think
we haven't quite got the right angle to see, but I don't think he's got it.
Yep.
And another fine clearance.
Lovely clearance, lovely strong clearance. I think Stu can see the red. Or is he just going to come in for position? Yeah, so he's chosen to come in, sacrificing the red.
Well, I assume that means that red can't run the hoop, so
No, he can't. That's good, isn't it? Look at the control on that back ball.
but the way he hits with his mallet coming slightly down,
Mm.
he always gets a little bit of lift in his own ball. So it's not a perfect stop shot
No.
technique.
So Stu's rolled that into the jaws, but it just bounced out very slightly. It's still a good strong shot.
I don't think red has an in off there though. But he's obviously feeling
very confident he can do
he's feeling-
something about it with red.
Yes, those are from that angle.
I can't
Maybe
s-
it's a hit and hope.
maybe it's hit and hope. Or possibly that blue is more on the wire than it looks.
The black.
That's
yeah.
what I see with the black.
The
Yeah.
black, yeah. So blue coming in. Trying to get the. It
Yes.
didn't look like he was trying to get the block with it on the red, which is what I'd have thought he would try and do.
Yes, me too.
Because if he does,
A very
Ah.
rare miss there. I think Inigo was going for
I don't know which.
blue for some reason. So
So
Stu, yes, it
yeah,
must
well,
obviously be
it's a
quite
trick.
tight to that wire because he's asking Francis to come on and watch the shot. Yes, I see. Yes, it is.
It looks off. Well, it is off the wire.
It's just how far over it is.
I-
It looks runnable.
I think that is runnable. But it may be that he's just quite happy with it in the jaws. Yellow will dispatch blue,
Yes.
leaving Inigo a shot with red if he does leave it in the jaws.
So Stu coming up for this tricky shot. And he's done it nicely into the jaws. So Inigo chose to clear blue there, taking himself nearly to halfway to hoop 6. Not quite sure what his strategy was with that. Stu quite sensibly, in my opinion,
It's not
going
blue getting a block.
the block.
on-
Yes,
on
that's
black.
true. But Stu quite sensibly coming up for a backup shot, just in case. But Inigo isn't going for it. Given he's gone for everything else, I would have thought he'd have a pop at it, really.
Well, and why go there particularly?
Yes,
You know, why wouldn't you
Yeah,
get nearer the
right.
halfway line?
and yes, and close to the peg on the sight line for black. Yes, that was a bit odd
Slightly
tactically.
odd positioning.
So that's a good controlled approach there to take the score to 3-2 to Inigo. Inigo going for a nice shot there, hoping to clear the black with his red when it's its turn. So Stu coming down now with the blue.
Trying to get the block.
Looking good. Maybe just gone on half a ball.
That looks pretty good though, doesn't it?
I think he can just see it looking at the angle on this.
He was shooting at the hoop.
His shooting's been perhaps slightly less blisteringly accurate in this third game than it was, say, in the first. Nicely run by Stu.
Good hoop.
Yeah, so 3-all. Well controlled approach shot there by yellow, and Stu taking that on with blue. And he's got it. He'd have preferred things the other way around though. That's still a good shot.
So I think he'll have to clear that yellow with the black.
The black, yes, definitely.
Oh no, he's coming in.
Okay.
That gone a
He's
bit
gone
far,
on
so
the
he's left yellow the shot at the hoop.
Yeah, but there's no real threat. So Inigo can certainly afford to take it on. I feel sorry for the hoops. That's hoop abuse, that is.
Can Stu nail this clearance of red?
Tricky shots these from the boundary.
I think these are the most difficult
I do
shots
too.
in GC.
I completely agree. You don't get a walk up,
It's a nice shot, very controlled.
isn't it?
It's just the extra pressure of those relatively short, sort of
Yeah, the ones you
10
should get
10 yarders,
every
which
time.
you should feel you should get, but it adds to the pressure.
Yes. You might be able to
Oh,
get
no,
both
that
of
looks
these.
like a double.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? If he gets the angle right, he'll get both these out of the way.
And who knows, may even end up in the
Yeah,
jaws.
it could be an in-off.
No, in
No,
fact,
he settled for the double clearance. Well,
his ball just bounced a bit,
Bounced
didn't it?
out,
And it's
yes.
unfortunately left red. Still,
yeah, still in good position.
yellow comes back in.
Yep, but 2 balls in, always the pressure.
In good clearing position there, but blue's going to clear red.
It's good, it's a nice shot.
Stu's going to have to probably do a few clearances
Yes.
before he gets a chance of a hoop shot. At least blue is in contention with that hoop.
Yes, if he absolutely had to, you could take it on.
Has he got the block there?
Stu choosing to clear the red with his black.
No, well, I think he's looking at yellow, isn't he? But
Well, only thinking about yellow. It's
No.
not tricky for yellow to get a block on that, is it?
no, the question is whether I think he thinks Inigo probably could run that hoop with yellow.
It's just another reason to shift it.
If you shift it, blue then might have the first shot at the hoop. Yep, good shot.
Very nice shot.
Inigo putting a ball back in, so
Well, it's looking good. Is it protecting?
well, it could well be protecting the hoop.
yes. This was always the
Yeah.
hazard with that. Yes, I think it is. I think Stu's taking on. He's taking on the hoop here.
And I think he thinks this is his best chance.
Yeah, he might not get a better chance. Oh, unlucky.
Now red unfortunately has a much easier hoop.
Yes.
And made it look so
Very
easy.
easy. And very nearly got 2 hoops. Just bounced off the left-hand wire as we're looking at that. Yes, he did make that look easy. That's 4-3 to Inigo. Stu coming in. Blank was a little bit short with
Yes,
its
he
approach
wanted to
there,
get-
wasn't it? He
get
really
through
wanted to
nice
go a bit
and
further.
No, he's gone
He's
too
gone
far
too
with
far
blue.
with that. So one was too short, one too far. That could be costly.
Inigo just put a ball in
Yeah.
here quite nice and tight.
Wire from blue.
Oh, he's gone a
No,
bit
he's not
far.
worrying about that. He's gone quite far there. Yes. So Stu again
Well,
thinking he's got to take this on. 'Cause
no,
he's
I-
probably not going to get a better
Is
chance.
he going for it?
I think he's going for it.
Yeah.
Again, on the basis that if he doesn't get it, nope, and he
Hit the right wire.
Hit the right wire. So Inigo can afford to take 2 shots at this effectively.
I think he'll have one shot at
Well,
it,
blue
unless,
will be right. Blue
unless
will
he's going
plonk away, unless he's trying to tuck the blue away, but there's no point.
Uh,
Yellow's a decent ball.
yeah. I had a couple of those this morning. You get right in the middle, it comes straight back at you.
Yeah, it's prone to spitting them back out at you.
It's good clearance.
Good clearance.
Nice
Kept
control,
control.
on his own ball.
Inigo coming back in now to hoop 8. That's a good ball.
He's got to get good position here. There's-
Problem is that
blue is all over red,
red,
so,
but can't send it very far. You can only send it to the boundary.
and that is a very good shot.
That's a lovely shot. Blocks on blue. Should blue have even been considering it? And where do you put the red? Maybe hoping to get a block with your blue.
I don't think that was. I don't think that was on, but. And if he gets a nice connection here, he could well be over by hoop 9
Yes.
as well.
Indeed, good point.
No, got the wrong way round. So
But that's a pretty brutally effective clearance
it's
shot.
all his shots are brutal. So they all travel a long distance.
They do.
But had he got the angle the other way round, that would have been a fantastic
Wouldn't
shot.
it? Yes. So again, quite a demanding clearance for Stu to hold the game level, or at least with a chance of holding it level. And he's taking a nice steady swings at this. He must be feeling a bit of pressure. He didn't get it. So Inigo to go 5-3. Just trickles it through, but that's all it needs. So Stu running the blue down to hoop 9, very critical as ever. If he gets a good approach here, it doesn't get cleared, there's a chance to maybe jaws it, gain control of the approach down to 10, level things up. I'd definitely be trying to get a jaws if I could here.
Yes, that angle looks a reasonable
Well, I think
chance
it's
of
more
getting one.
It's more jaws than running with
Yes.
vigour, isn't it?
Again, these things usually depend on where the other two balls end up,
Yes,
opponent
exactly.
balls end up.
If
But
it's in a jumping position. Ah, righty-ho.
that ball disappeared.
Yeah, superb, absolutely superb. He's not jawsing the blue anymore.
But the black has
That's a
come
very
into
good
a
shot. That's a very,
very
nice
good
shot.
position too.
Stu looking a bit wistful and rueful here. There's really nothing he can do. It was a good approach with his blue. So Inigo coming down now with his yellow. I'm pretty certain that he can make the clearance on black with his red. Ah, that might have changed everything. So yellow and black are looking, if not in contact, they're in close to contact. Stu's just gone to check if he can run it with his black.
It looks like he can,
It looks
doesn't
like
it?
he can,
Yes.
yeah.
But the good news for him is the clearance of black almost certainly is going to move yellow some distance as well.
True.
So blue, oh, that's
He's
just gone too
past.
far.
Yes, I don't know what he was he going for
Well,
a block there?
he's waved his arm as there's a bit of left to right drift there, and oh my goodness, that was a bit of good fortune.
Indigo indicating to say sorry with that one. It was a lovely clearance,
Yes.
and he just got a bit of luck there with the in off,
In it went.
and in it went. In you go. So, Stu, we're feeling a bit hacked off by that, but we all get luck and bad luck. He's on the wire there. That's a bit unfortunate.
That doesn't look runnable, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, well, I don't know, that's a different angle.
Indigo coming down perhaps for the clearance from the side, or the jump. It's clearance from the side.
Well, that's a jump. You can jump from there.
So Stu going for the jaws. Does he think he can run it? Might be runnable. So they're asking for the referee. On comes Frances in her signature pink. Looks very tight, doesn't it, there, with that little close-up showing us.
It is just off the wire.
It is
so
just off the wire.
It is runnable.
It is runnable. It's possible, but it's tight. It's certainly right to ask to have it watched. And Francis marking the black in case there's a fault, and then the ball can be put back to its original position. So Stu playing this as a little jump. Little
Nicely
flicky
played.
jump, yep. Francis happy with that. That was nicely played, wasn't it?
Yes.
Would you have played it with a little jump like that, or just a
Well,
sort
it's quite an AC
stop?
shot, that.
Yes.
And Stu's
Nicely
been
done,
playing
though.
a bit more AC of late, and it's a very nice
Yeah,
shot.
it was. So, 6-4 to Inigo.
He's got to take
I
this
think he's
on,
got to
I think.
take it on. Yeah, you just don't take chances at this stage. You don't want to be belting this too hard.
That's nice.
It's okay. That blue's gone further than he would have liked.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really make any difference where you put Inigo. He's going to come back and put the ball in front of the hoop.
You just want to be in clearing position.
That's exactly the point.
And
That's
that's
good.
a nice
That's
shot.
a lovely shot with black.
But the hoop is still open for red there.
Yes, that's going to be it's going to be a critical clearance. Blue on red.
A slightly nothing shot with yellow there.
Yes. So this is a big shot. Oh, super. He's got him as far away as is practicable. So Inigo now coming back to clear the black, and he missed. So Stu's in with a chance here. If he runs this down nicely to 12,
Yes.
anything could happen.
Well, he would hope to be contesting the golden hoop.
Yeah. Ah, Frances has been called with her mallet of doom. So, for those of you wondering why Stu has called for the hoop to be tapped down, it's really critical to shots, to the pace of the shot and the distance it travels, that there's no vibration or movement, or as little as is possible within the hoop. If there is, it just takes all the energy out of the shot. So that sort of a piece of plastic tubing, I'm told by Francis, comes out of an aircraft oil hose.
And with the cordways, you want to have some protection on the top of the
Yes,
hoops to protect the two bolts in the top.
And there you go. Croquet trivia number 622. That looks like it's going to be very nicely raised. Just inch past halfway. Could have been further.
Yes, he would have certainly preferred it a fair bit further down.
That looks a very good approach, that, with yellow. Black should be able to clear it. Stu coming in nicely with his blue.
And that's just turning a little bit.
Angle there. Looking, yeah, he's sort of looking
tricky hoop shot.
gesturing to show that the lawn slightly took that, but that's it's a very short ball there with red. I wonder whether Inigo was trying to protect his yellow. So Stu cleared Inigo's yellow. And I think he might even have got a wire, actually. So, is Stu going to take this on? Or is it just a bit too angled?
I think he has to take it on with
I think so
black
too.
well out of position.
He won't be wanting to, but I think he has to.
He was wishing that that blue ball hadn't turned.
Yep, and was about 10 centimetres to his right. Well, as worse places to be.
Is he going to go for the jump?
Is he going for the jump with his red?
It looks like it, and he's got this as a very risky shot if he puts it through. He's
doing the sensible
He's sensibly thinking.
Okay, so he's decided to go halfway, but there's a decentish jump with his yellow left.
I don't think he'll mind trying it on with the yellow as much. It was a long way with the red.
There's nothing to be gained by Stu popping. Well, he could have a go for the yellow, couldn't he? He might possibly clip it to the left and skim off to the right down to 13. He just needs to be very careful he doesn't miss and peel his ball out the back of the hoop.
So is he going to take this on?
This is a big shot. And he did.
He did.
And he got it. Very well played.
Well, I have the joy of going to play him now.
Best of luck, Tim.
Thank you. I think I might need it.
Thank you very much.
for anyone who's still watching the feed, we're going to close this this session down now on YouTube, and then we'll be restarting on the day 2 session 3 feed when the new game is ready to go.